If you're a newer player to Diablo Immortal, you're probably wondering what's the most efficient way to get through all of the activities that I need to do every single day inside of Diablo Immortal. Well, today you're in luck because I'm going to take you through my morning and everything that I do every single day inside of the game, but it gets even better than that because today is a Monday, a brand new start to the week, which brings us some new activities and things that we have to do, which is going to allow me to bring you into my weekly collection strategy that many people are now doing inside of the game that I think is the best way to get a bonus bump in experience gained. So let's start out with our normal start to the day. First thing I always do is go to my familiars so they can run their expeditions. At the end of the day, you don't want your pets just sitting around doing nothing. You may as well get them doing a few things. So we can go run the Tower of Secrets. Again, it's a new week, so we can send some new runs right there. I'm going to actually send 2 familiars out over here because I only have 1 tower that we're holding down right now. We're going to get 1 shadow contract being done, which is going to basically go until tomorrow with an 18-hour timer on it, and we're going to run the Sanctum 1 time, which in my opinion is the least value because it's the easiest to do. Boom, that's going to get done. All right, my familiars are out. They're doing their jobs. Easy stuff. In 6 hours, I'll be able to return and have them do something else. The next thing that I do is I come on over right here to the Yakin, the Rarity and Antiques vendor, and I go into the shop, and every day, because I have the excessive amounts of gold, I buy 10 pieces of mystery weapons and 10 pieces of mystery primary armor. I do not get secondary or jewelry. They don't just give the legendaries that we're looking to get. And the hope here is that I can unlock a new legendary, which potentially could be a new essence that we're trying to unlock. I don't often get lucky with the new essences, but we do get some legendaries which are good for resources, and even if they're not legendaries, we still get resources that can be turned into scrap material that can further upgrade our things inside of the game, and I'm talking specifically about our gear. Now, we run right on over here to the blacksmith, and we get rid of everything. We salvage everything that we don't need, and we're sitting on a few of those. So, what's next? That's an easy start. First of all, I come on over to the Codex, and it looks like a boon of plenty. Claim that now. Okay, so we all get a little bit of some free things inside of the game every day. I purchased the boon of plenty, which is a daily service, so I'm going to come in, pick up my boon of plenty. But for you, you definitely have your bundle reward, right? Every day there's a free bundle reward inside of the game. We're going to claim that now also. And boom, there you go. It's usually nothing much, but you know what? It's free. You may as well go enjoy it. Next, I go pick up my free rare crest. Every single day, you're given 1 free rare crest at the Elder Rift. Now, typically when I'm over here collecting my rare crest, I will also run at least 1 run of the Elder Rift. That's going to get me Telluric fragments, which we can then use to craft new legendary gems, which is actually quite nice. But for the purpose of time in this video, all I'm going to do right here now is claim the rare crest, and then I would essentially put another 7 in if I have them, find a party, and we would go run it. For now, though, we're going to ignore that. My next step is to come on over here to the Crest Merchant. Now, every single Monday, the Crest Merchant refreshes the shop, and now there's a legendary crest available for me for 1,600 platinum. That's right, you could buy legendary crests with platinum on Mondays, which means they're basically not using premium currency, which is your cash dollars. So we're going to come in, we're going to buy the free legendary crest. It's a bound legendary crest, but still, with a little luck, can get you a nice legendary gem. Also notice up top, there's an eternal legendary crest, and when you click on it, it says right down here, can be unlocked by completing a warband raid for the week. Well, it is a new week inside of Diablo Immortal, and that means Heliquary has been refreshed, which refreshes itself 2 times per week. Every single Monday, my clan, or warband, and I, we run the Heliquary. 5 runs of Heliquary. After running 1 of those runs with the warband, I'm able to pick up this legendary crest. It's something that I very much recommend that you do, specifically because this is an unbound, which means if I happen to pull a 5 out of 5 star gem that I just don't need, I could sell it on the market and I could profit with some serious platinum. The potential is there. Now, with that said, I've been playing for 3 years and I have never ever pulled or run a 5 out of 5 star legendary gem. It just hasn't happened for me yet. Yeah, we're still waiting for our day. All right, so the next thing that we'll do is we'll come on over here and we have new bounties. I've been keeping up with my bounty board, so when we come on over to accept, we're going to accept the 4 bounties for the day. I may or may not run some Hellslayer bounties. Basically, you can upgrade your bounty with a Terror Essence, and then I can get a different type of bounty, which gives me better rewards. You farm these from Terror Rifts. That's a little bit more advanced. We're not going to look at that right now. Actually, I will in a moment. Next, we'll come over here to this battle map, and as I mentioned before, I do hold a tower. Now, holding that tower allows me to gain experience and earn these chests. If you take a look at this chest, it's a legendary tower. Every time I turn in this chest, and as you can see, I can do it 3 times this week, I can earn a legendary crest, another free legendary crest, each time that I turn it in with any luck. So what we do right here is we claim our experience. Now, if you recall, I sent my familiars out and they were running the towers. I sent 2 familiars out to run these towers. I could still allow myself to gain experience, but what they're actually doing is just gaining experience in the towers for me. So when those familiars return, this experience bar is probably going to be full, if not close to full, and I'll be able to claim that. Once they're done and these 3 chests are grabbed and I've attained them, then I'll no longer be able to send out any familiars on those tasks because all the experience was gained here and the chests were rewarded. I can, though, still earn experience just to get the experience part. And if you take a look at my experience, speaking of, my green bar in the bottom is getting close to being full over here. And as you take a look, I'm Paragon level 818. Now, if we take a look at the server Paragon level, it's actually 820. Well, Echo, why are you below server Paragon level? This is why I do this. This is the special way to gain extra experience. Let me show you something. If I come on over here and I go to my mail, you'll notice that I'm sitting on these rewards. Oh, actually, those are not rewards with experience, so we can collect those. But my assembly rewards give me some experience. I actually missed a bunch. My prediction rewards give me some experience. I save those for Mondays. What I also save for Mondays and don't collect during the week. Now, this was a new Battle Pass week, so things happened a little bit. I got the new Battle Pass, and then I stopped collecting any of my battle rewards. Because if I claim these all on a Monday, these rewards are going to boost my Battle Pass. They're going to further progress my Battle Pass, because look at this, I'm only at rank 4 right now. I haven't claimed anything from the Battle Pass that I've earned from this, from my, what are we calling it? Sorry. From the bounties, dungeons, Elder Rifts, Heliquary, nothing over here from my activities. We hold them until Monday, then claim them and get a big experience jump. Why are we getting a jump? Because when I'm below server Paragon level, I'm getting extra rewards. Check it out. We're getting 110% of any rewards that we collect right now. If I did these throughout the week, I would have been earning 30% of the reward. So now that it's Monday morning and I just waited to hold those, I can earn extra rewards because I'm now below server Paragon level, because every week server Paragon jumps 10 levels. I'm now able to earn that. So let's see this in action. The first thing that I'll typically do is I will go and take the biggest rewards that I have first, because once it jumps and gets to the next Paragon, I'm not getting that as big of a reward. So let's claim this one right here. It's actually fairly small for the week because we had the new Battle Pass and I stopped saving. Look at how many levels we just jumped. We just jumped 3 levels in the Battle Pass. We're going to claim our next largest one. Boom, more Battle Pass levels. Some more, and then we'll claim all of these. Now, it's worth noting, a little public service announcement for all of you, that if the Battle Pass is about to end midweek, let's say there's 2 more days left in the Battle Pass, and we're not going to make it to another Monday before it expires, you want to collect those, because if you don't, then you're going to lose those. The battle points don't go into the next season. So you got to be aware of that. I typically give announcements of that. Now I'm going to come here and claim all of the experience out of here as well. Read all and delete red because I like to keep my mailbox clean. And now look at this. We are at the server Paragon level. Not too bad. Many times we could even go beyond the server Paragon level because of all the rewards that we've saved up. Again, we didn't save up a ton this time because the Battle Pass had ended. Now, let's come on in here. Let's see what kind of rewards we can collect. All right, so we got our legendary crest and telluric pearls. I'm actually going to go for the telluric pearls to give me a better choice. We have shoulder pieces, and I actually own all of these, so it doesn't matter which one I choose. We're going to claim all of our rewards here. Beautiful stuff. I'll always go for a sapphire every single time. And more of these, nothing crazy right there. We did get some rare crests, which I do like, especially during the event right now, because we want to get as many of the bellet gems as we can. I'm going to claim this. Boom. And what do I have? Another one right here. This is all just progressing my battle pass a little bit, which is nice. Now, we're not done. There's more we need to do before we even get into the actual activities, like the actual fighting for the day. And the other thing is, come on over here. We're going to go on over to the Hilts Trader, because not only do I go to the Hilts Trader every day and see what I could purchase from the Hilts Trader with my Hilts, but it's also, as I said, a Monday. And every single Monday at the Hilts Trader, there's something special. Let's take a look at what it is. And let's see if I can afford it. Yeah, oh yeah, we can. And it is right here, the Telluric Pearl. When you get 40 Telluric Pearls, you could craft any legendary gem that you want. This is something that's awesome because it's the only way, besides going to the market and purchasing them, to be guaranteed a certain legendary gem. So I will every Monday purchase this Telluric Pearl and be a happy man. Every month, at the start of the month, you can get yourself a legendary crest. Now, I go to limited time. I come buy the rare crest because every day this is refreshed. Every day, the limited time Hilts Trader is refreshed. So I want to grab the rare crest. The general, this one stays all week and doesn't refresh. So I could get as many of these as I want. I can grab 4 right now. Notice there are 10 more that I could purchase. I'm going to be able to pick up those 10 more throughout the week. Now, a lot of people like to buy the normal gems, and that is not a bad buy. Some would argue it's a better buy than the rare crests. Right now inside of the game, I like the rare crest because from running rare crests, I'm going to be able to get telluric fragments, and from telluric fragments, I'm going to be able to craft the Crimson Bellet Gem, which is only available now at the point of recording this for a limited time inside of the game. So I want to try to get that to the most, just take the most advantage of that. And as you can see, we actually have another Seeker level right here as well, so we can come claim that as well, which is going to give us some more nice rewards. I love the scrap materials we get from jumping Seeker level. It's just really good for upgrading your gear. Now, let's talk about the activities that we have to do. We already mentioned the bounties, right? You have 8 bounties every day. If you miss them today, tomorrow you'll have 16. And if you miss them tomorrow, then you'll have 24. So you could go 3 days without having to do anything with your bounties, and then you'll have a big bounty day on day 3. Before you start losing them, because the max you could hold are 24 bounties. But that's not all. We're talking about the minimum things you need to do inside of the game, right? So let's see what else we have to do. One of those is going to be to do your dungeons. Rewards claimed. Complete 3 dungeons. When you complete 3 dungeons, you get yourself a free green set item. This is the minimum. I would say do 3 dungeons a day, get your free green, and probably collect a couple of other greens along the way. But you could even get more of them right here. Notice guaranteed set item upon 7 completions of random dungeons. So if you want to take it to the next level, you can even do 7 dungeons. You'll get your free green here, and you'll get another free green right over here as well if you want to. But I would say at minimum, do yourself the 3 dungeons. And again, these stack for 3 days. So you could have a total of 9 of them before they start falling off. All right, so you have your bounties, you have your dungeons, and there's also something else. Now, we talked about how you could upgrade your bounties, right? We were able to use that essence. It's right over here. I'll show you. This is our Terror Essence. When you earn these, or you could buy them in the shop as well, you're able to upgrade your 4 bounties, and you could combine them into one. You go teleport to a spot on the map, and you fight a big boss. It typically drops you a nice piece of gear that you'd potentially be able to use in your build if it's better than others. You'll get better gear doing that. Plus, it makes your bounties a lot quicker. But you need these Terror Essence. Where do you get the Terror Essence? Well, if you come on over to your map and you zoom on out, you're going to look around on the map for these right here. Look at this. These are the spires, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to go find out where that is, and you're going to try to teleport right to that. When you go there, it's going to take you into a game mode that's basically you have to go kill a bunch of enemies, which unlocks some materials that can then open up the spires. You go in, you fight a boss. You do that 4 different times within that portal. And you have a chance of dropping that Terror Essence. And you have a pretty good chance. I think you're guaranteed to drop at least 1 Terror Essence. Oftentimes, I'll drop 2 inside of one of those runs. The thing is, they are a bit more time consuming, all right? They're not the quickest thing to do, but although it will speed up your bounties if you do it that way. Notice this is called a Terror Rift. When you go into it, you have the chance of dropping these Terror Essences. You also have the chance of dropping some better equipment and a bunch of other things as well as XP. It is not a bad idea to run a bunch of these per day if you can. Now again, these are more time consuming, and I understand that everyone doesn't have hours per day to play the game. But there is a lot of value that can be gained from utilizing and from running these Terror Rifts. If you run them with a party, it can go even quicker. If you want to run it with some friends, you totally can. But a lot of people will try to run 10 of these per week. 1, to get the Terror Essence, 2, to get all the advantages from doing that. It is definitely a good value for your time if that's something that you are interested in doing. Now, I want to take us back to Westmarch because there's a couple of other quick things that I want to share with you that I personally like to do every day. Although, I think we touched on right now all of the essentials, but there's something else that I do like to do. If you come on over, we're going to go right on over to this area here. And it's going to take us into a little secret chamber. And inside of this little secret chamber, there are a couple of activities that you can do. And there's 1 or 2 in particular that I like to run at least 1 or 2 times per day. The first one is right here, the Abyssal Verge. Essentially what you do is you have to run, find the boss, and kill the boss. There's a ton of enemies along the way. Great way to farm, great way to get yourself the runes that we always talk about. That's where you can grab these things right here. Also, the gate to Erebon, you're basically going to be going through a door, opening up a bunch of chests. When the boss awakens, you need to escape, not fight the boss. You need to escape through the doors, get out of there. More great rewards you can gain from that one. Those are also good values for your time, and they're actually pretty quick to do, so you can get a lot of rewards for doing that. I have just a few more things. One of them is Battlegrounds. Now, if you are going to participate in PvP, you do get daily rewards for participating in PvP. This is not something that I do every day, but I want to share it with you because you should at least know that there are rewards that can be had just for a few minimal battles. So if we go into Battlegrounds, you'll notice that you can get yourself some rewards every day. You can do this up to 3 times. Enhanced rewards claimed for the first 3 battles. So if you want to min-max your rewards, get some extra experience, you could run 3 of those and you could be in good shape. You can also run Tower War as well, which is the other PvP mode that we have here. Also, though, it is important that every day we take a peek at what the activities are. We're going to go to the events, and right now, obviously, we have a massive event going on, Struggler's Path, so you're going to want to see what activities you could participate in there. That's going to be all right here. You could take a look at the tasks. You have Survivor's Bane, or they're calling it Struggler's Bane, and we have Trial of the Horde going on right now. Also, you could just take a peek at what else is happening inside of the game. What are the tasks inside of the Retribution? Oh, it looks like we got to do Trial of the Hordes. That's what's going to be giving us some of the rewards. Defense of the Castle, and our regular weekly tasks. Colossal Surge, still going on, so if you spend those legendary crests, you'll get a bunch of these rewards. And Shady Stocks happening right now, so we could just do some basic things in the game and get some green items. Honestly, nothing huge. The biggest thing right here is the event that's going on for the month. Now, I don't know when you're watching this. You could be watching this video months down the line, and this activity and this whole event is long gone. But it's always important to check your events tab to see maybe some of your favorite events have returned to the game that are offering you some really good rewards. You want to be able to take advantage and do the activities that give you the most rewards, as long as there's things that you are enjoying doing. At the end of the day, our job inside this action RPG is to level our account, to rank up our gear, to find the best gear, and to make our hero the strongest they can be. I think that this daily routine is the best path for you to save you the most amount of time and get you to that point inside of the game. If you found the video valuable, please throw a like on it and subscribe to the channel because I have Diablo videos for you every single day.